I know personally that I don't think I'm ready to do anything one-on-one yet.
Do you have an idea of when you...
I don't actually know like when I'm going to be ready, because like she gets opportunities, but
Like opportunities to spend time with you?
yeah, like opportunities to like do things
Like come to your birthday?
like being a mom, because like I can only remember things back from when I was like 4, and that's like when Christina came into my life. So I've grown up to the fact that Christina is like my mom.
Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. How is everyone? It's a rainy Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my gosh, it's Friday. I'm having a hard time getting together because it's been really dreary all this week. It's been one of those weeks where I feel like every day I wake up and it's cloudy and it's raining and it's April, because that's how it is here in Minnesota. And when it's cloudy and like this and it's overcast and it's just icky outside, I just have a hard time being motivated. If you feel like that, let me know in the comments. I can't be alone in this, right? Okay, so this is gonna be a different video because I have done some videos on other people on the show and we've been talking about Teen Mom OG. And I have spent some time talking about this like ongoing feud that's been happening with Christina and with Gary, or with Christina, Gary, and Amber, and Leah. And this week's episode, you guys, I cried. I honestly cried. I have not cried watching a teen mom show in a long time. I have not broken down into tears. I'm very rarely moved or like emotional when I watch the show, because a lot of the times I feel like it's so fake or it's scripted, or I feel like, oh my gosh, this has happened so many times before. But this week's episode, I cried, and it was because of Leah. And I was devastated. And I was devastated for Leah, and I was frustrated for Christina, and I was mad at the network. And it was like this massive like flood of emotions. And I started to feel like, what is it that we're doing by continuing a story for a mother who's abandoned her children? It hurts my heart. So on this week's episode, there was some discussion about the repairing of this relationship between Leah and her mom, Amber. Now, Amber's really upset that she didn't get to see Leah one-on-one. She wanted to spend one-on-one time with her daughter for her birthday, and she called her mom and talked about how she was feeling frustrated. And then she talked about how she was going to give her daughter space to deal with her emotions and to get to a point to want to spend time with her. And Tanya, her mom, was basically telling Amber, like, she's a kid. You need to be the one to bridge this gap. Like, you need to be the one to take the steps to repair this, to make her feel comfortable. You're the one that needs to do these things to help her feel safe, to want to spend time with you. You can't put it all on Leah.
Like I said, she's 12. She's not an adult. She's still a child. And then she still needs her mother. And I wouldn't wait.
And I was like, yeah, that's right. That's true. And then Leah is 12 for the first time, is voicing her concerns about her mom. And I started to hear her in a way that I've not heard her before. And I feel like this is the first time in her life that she's really starting to understand the magnitude of what her mother has done to her and the impact it's had on her life. So Gary was talking about their birthday party and how the mom, he called her mommy, didn't come to the party, and, you know, asking Leah about wanting to see her mom and what happened and why she didn't want to spend time with her. And Leah basically said that Amber wanted to spend one-on-one time with her and she didn't feel comfortable doing that. She said that she doesn't want to spend the night at her mom's house. She doesn't feel like she has a relationship with her mom, and she didn't want it to be like this one-on-one thing because she wasn't ready for that. Like Gary's trying to sort of like say to her, you know, like your mom was around when you were younger and she did do things for you when you were younger. And this is kind of the part where I started crying, because she said, like, a mom isn't the same person that just gives birth to you. Like, the mom is the person that's there for you and does things for you and that takes care of you. And that's not Amber, that's Christina. I've had Christina in my life since I've been 4 years old, and she does everything for me that moms do. And like basically just saying like, Christina's my mom. And I was like crying because I was thinking about, oh my God, thank goodness that Leah has Christina. I feel like Christina is very underappreciated or perhaps undervalued on the show. I feel like we spend so much time talking about Amber and Amber's problems with Leah, and we just don't focus any of the time or energy on the relationship that Leah has with Christina and the fact that Christina has been there for her for 8 years as the mom. And I got emotional thinking like, if Leah didn't have Christina, she wouldn't have a mom, because Amber's not a mom. Then I started thinking about, what is it about her mom that makes her not want to be with her mom? Is it that she's not comfortable around Amber? Is it the volatility? Is it the fact that Amber has picked men for years over her? Is it the temper? Did she witness things around her mom that make her feel scared? Like, what is it about not wanting to be at Amber's house? Like, my initial gut reaction was like, does she not feel safe? And I go there because of her history with DV. And I go there because I know that she's volatile and she pops off and she yells on Instagram Live and she gets mad and curses people out. And then later in the episode, they start to sort of like, Amber and Gary have an argument, and she kind of accuses Gary and Christina of interfering in the relationship she has with Leah and not doing what was right for their daughter. And Christina and Gary sit down and they talk about how, you know, Amber really hasn't done what's right for Leah, and she hasn't been around, and now she wants to be around, but she wants to do it like her way. And they want to encourage Leah, but Christina actually said that like she feels like she's not going to disparage Amber. She just wished that Amber would be a little bit more grateful, because she's literally the one that's getting up with her when she's sick. She's the one that's taking her to the dentist or making her feel better or running her to her appointments, getting her vaccinated, making sure that her homework's done, feeding her, clothing her, doing all the things that moms do. And I got emotional listening to Christina, because Christina calls herself the bonus mom. But you guys, let's just be honest. Christina's not the bonus mom. Christina's mom. And I can't imagine the confusion this brings to Leah, because she has a mom that wants to show up for filming, has used her for filming for years, and now suddenly wants to have a relationship with her. And because she's not doing what she wants her to do, or she's not doing it at the pace that Amber wants, or she's not giving what Amber wants, and Amber's not thinking about how Leah feels about it, Amber's being like a temper tantrum baby about it and blaming Christina and Gary for her not making the best choices, for her going to prison, for her getting out of prison and then going to Matt and then going to Andrew and then having all these men around and then getting arrested again and dealing with all of the violent stuff and the substance abuse. And you really wonder, like, all those years that she's been out, she was only in for a few years. She could have taken the steps she needed to gain a more consistent custody level, and she never has. She has never taken the steps to be like, I'm going to be the consistent mom that picks you up every single week. I'm not going to be there. She gets reports, and, you know, like Tanya says to her, she's so smart, and she just, you know, she's such a good girl. And Amber's like, yeah, I know, I read her reports. Like, reading a report is not a mom. Knowing that your daughter is smart is not a mom. Knowing your daughter, when your daughter is hurt, and how to comfort them and how to make them feel better, and knowing what their favorite food is, or what their favorite stuffed animal is, or what their favorite blankie is when they're sick, or knowing the signs of when they're not feeling well, or knowing when their heart hurts and they need a hug. Like, that's what constitutes a mom. And I just don't think that she has a maternal bone in her body. And then I started thinking about, why can't we just have Teen Mom be about Leah and Christina and Gary? Why can't we just get rid of Amber? I feel like Amber doesn't add anything to this story but pain. I feel like Amber inflicting this pain on her daughter constantly, week after week, is horrible. And the most shocking part of the whole thing is that she said that Leah follows her social media and looks at her photos on Snapchat, which means that when she's going off and yelling and calling Christina names like a whore and a homewrecker and using vulgar language to describe her mom, Leah sees that. Leah sees how her mom is being treated by her biological mom, or her biological mother. She sees how the person that is caring for her is treated by the woman that gave birth to her. And I can't believe that that's going to help repair anything for Leah. And all Christina wants to do is to be respected and have Amber be grateful that she's stepped in. And Christina has a point, because without Christina, she wouldn't have a mom. So I don't know where you guys are at, but I cried. And I honestly wish they would get rid of Amber. And I wish we could focus more on Christina and the relationship she has with Leah. And I feel like that would be so much healthier for Leah. And I feel like Amber continuing to have this platform to disparage, discredit, and defame her stepmother and her father is only going to continue to hurt her relationship with Leah. So what are your thoughts about all of this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.